Okay, we are back, and I have made some adjustments. I think I know that there was a cursor in the middle last time I was recording. I turned off, hopefully, in Cam Studio, the cursor. I hit it. Also, hopefully there's a little less distortion on this. I don't think it was too bad in the last one, but I have decided to record straight from the microphone since you're not going to hear the music anyway. Once again, I do apologize for that. And once again, if there's any suggestions other than changing the hardware, I am certainly open to that. So maybe in some of the later videos, we can have some of the music and some of the sound. I also want to note that if you've watched any of Late Blade or Her Crabbiness's walkthroughs, they did a bunch of them jointly, particularly Quest for Glory 4, I believe, and part of Quest for Glory 2, I believe, as well. If you watched any of those videos, you probably noted that they were able to do some very interesting renditions of the characters' voices. Sadly, I am not quite as talented, so what I think I'm going to do is just try to summarize the text on the screen, hopefully leave it up long enough for you guys to read it as well. But I think it's probably going to work a little bit better than me trying to imitate the different characters quite inartfully. And I apologize if that's annoying to anyone. If it does become a problem, feel free to leave some comments, and maybe I'll just try to read them, or maybe try my hand at some voice acting. But I really don't think I have the talent, and I think it might be a bit painful for some of you out there. And I think for purposes of a Let's Play, certainly they're very talented at it, and it's enjoyable. But I think in general, it's probably not necessary. And so I'm just going to go ahead and try to summarize the comments for you and the narration for you, and hopefully that will work out. I'm also going to about to get started. There's an introductory sequence, and I also, throughout the video, am going to continue on with this commentary and hopefully give you a little insight into the game and to Sierra. I've played these games a number of times, and I used to be a big junkie of Sierra games, as you probably can tell, so maybe I can have some information that might be interesting to you, that might make up for some of the lack of voice acting, maybe some humor, maybe a few other nuggets of information that you might like. And like I said last time, I do hope you enjoy this, and we're just going to go ahead and get started and see how this works in terms of dealing with the characters and the commentary and the narrative. So let's get started. Okay, so essentially, if you remember from the last game, there was Aziza, and Rakeesh was one of the other characters in the game. He's obviously the Lion Tour, and we're getting information about pretty much what our next quest is going to be. Ad-Avis, who was the enemy last time, tried to release Iblis, who was the genie, to rule the world. He failed in doing so, and Aziza is telling us, I guess, about the aftermath of that. Pretty much this is just going through what we did in Quest for Glory 2, if you played Quest for Glory 2. And he was trying to prepare to unleash Iblis into the world. And he was trying to cast a spell to allow that to happen. And so here we come in, and apparently we cast a spell, even though we are a paladin for some reason. But apparently the introductory animation is not matching our character. I'm pretty sure we loaded a paladin, but we will make sure once we get into the game. But if not, I guess I'll scratch this entire Let's Play, or this entire sequence, but I think that's okay. Oh, no, we will continue. Pardon me. Apologize for that. So the magic user would cast Reversal. If you were the fighter, which I was when I played, you just kind of run in and knock it down. There's not too much to it. There's also some creature you tried to fight, and you actually could not fight him. You had to run away, and you would run and just kind of run into him. He'd fall off, just like pretty much happened there. But in this case, as it says, cast a spell on him, and he fell over to his doom. Or cast a spell on the fire, I guess, and he fell to his doom. Alright, so pretty much when he died, there's a release of magic that could be felt all over the world, according to Aziza. And there's a mystery concerning Ad-Avis's death. However, that actually has nothing to do, or very little to do, I guess, with this game, but has quite a bit to do with Quest for Glory 4. maybe you'll check out one of the Let's Plays on that afterwards if you haven't done so already. Um, and they can't find his body. Obviously, if you've played Quest for Glory 4, you know about that. If you have not played Quest for Glory 4, you hopefully can learn about it by playing it or watching another Let's Play. And I guess there are some residual effects, which I guess the residual effects of Adavi's dying will play a role in this game. So, I guess just telling us how we became the prince. It's pretty much just a recap of last time, but that we're a prince now is Shapir, and supposedly the Sultan's son. I apologize for skipping through that. I'll be a little more careful in the future. Now, this is Rakish's wife, actually, and she is asking Rakish to return back to Tarna because there's talk of war, and that's really part of the main plot of this game. So, her name is Krisha, I believe. She is saying that there's more than just a war at this game. In conflict right now. There's probably some demonic activity, and those fellows most likely play a significant role in this game. So now we hear about how Rakish is going to return back to Tarna, and it was being recommended that we will accompany Rakish to pursue our quest for this game. If there is a demon, then apparently only we can solve the problem, and apparently it is a residual effect of Adavi's death. And, well, I'll hold off for a second on some more commentary about the game until we get through the introduction. So we are at the palace of the Sultan, who I guess is our adoptive father now, or his adopted son, I suppose, could be better put. And he is, I guess, somewhat sad to see us leave, but I guess he's talking about how Rakish helped him out. I'm never sure exactly what these guys did for them. I guess Rakish kind of tried to help out, but it's kind of, I guess, neither here nor there. And Rakish is honored to have served, and apparently, I guess he appoints the guild masters as well, so he'll have to find a new person, and we are going to head back to, she is also heading back to Tarna. She lives in the land of Tarna, not in the city of Tarna. There's actually this Simbani village, which we will visit. And the reason I guess she came to Shapir was to have a son. I guess she couldn't have it and be a warrior in her culture. So she got what she has her son now, and I guess is ready to return as well. And as we can see, he refers to us as his son, and we are also heading off to Tarna, as pretty much you could predict. And we have a gift of a magic shield, so it does look like we actually are a paladin. It just looks like the introductory animation was not. There's some problem with that. In any event, we are a paladin. We're getting a shield. The magic user, I believe, gets a spell of some sort if the character truly is a magic user. And apparently, we are getting a hug goodbye by the Sultan, our adoptive father. And with that, we are headed off to the land of Tarna. And here we go. And he wishes us well. And this is a place that we'll spend a lot of time, or a reasonable amount of time in this game. This is Krisha and Rakish's house. And normally they're actually in the back parlor area, but a few things go on here. I think it plays a little more of a role if you're a magic user. And it's kind of funny how Rakish is just kind of a straight linear, or a straight line just coming down in front of his face. As the graphics almost seems like it's cut off there, which is kind of funny. I always thought that was funny. Anyway, Rakish is being welcomed home by Krisha, and he's reintroducing him to Uhura, I guess is her name, and now her son as well. And oops, I apologize for that. And she is replying back to Krisha, and pretty much telling that she wants to get back to the Simbani village. And I guess that is. I guess the language they use here is something like Swahili. So if you see that, I think it's similar to Swahili, may even be Swahili. Obviously, has a bit of an African theme, sort of both Arabian and African, I guess, to a degree. And now he is telling us about. Now this is actually commentary you do not get, or a comment you don't get if you're another character, obviously, because we have Rakisha's sword, because we're a paladin, and she's praising us for being a paladin. Obviously, also something else that you don't see. So there's a lot of this sort of these comments in the game, and I apologize. I do actually have to cut this video short, and we will come back in the next video. So hang tight, and we'll be right back.